Hello everyone, welcome back. Today our topic is simple interest. We already learned about percentages. We also learned about profit and loss. Okay. Now here in today's session we'll talk about simple interest. Now what do you mean by a simple interest? Okay. See, you are borrowing some money, okay, from bank or maybe from your friend, like that. Okay. So that money is called the borrowed money or borrowed sum or principal value. Now if you are using someone else money, you have to pay extra money for that particular time you are borrowing. Okay, so that extra money is called the interest on that money. Now the interest usually to be count for uh, per year or maybe per 6 months or quarterly, like that. Here we are talking about per annum interest. All right. Now the amount borrowed, okay, that is nothing but calculated for the period or the time, how many months or how many years you have borrowed that money. So using those all parameters we can find the simple interest as P into R into T. Now what is P here? P is principal, R is the rate of interest per year, T is the number of years. All right. So this is the principal. I mean, this is how you can find the simple interest. Now, simple interest is nothing but the interest you are getting for that particular period of time. Okay, per year or maybe per 6 months, like that. All right. We have one more type of interest which is called compound interest. We'll talk about that later. Okay. Now, the amount is equals to amount you have to pay, okay, to the bank or maybe to your friend. So that is nothing but principal plus interest we are calculating here. Now let's understand this by some examples. All right. Okay. So Anita takes loan of rupees 5,000 at 10% per year at rate of interest. Okay. The interest she has to pay, you have to find for 1 year and for 5 years. Okay. So principal is given, which is equals to 5,000 rupees. The rate of interest R percent is given as 10%. Correct. So we have to find simple interest for 1 year and then 5 years. So let's find for the 1 year. So interest for 1 year is equals to P into R into T upon 100. When I keep all the values here, 5,000 into 10 into 1. We are calculating for 1 year, right? And when I simplify this, what do we get? 500, right? Okay. And now we have to find the interest for 5 years. So I'll just multiply it by 5. Okay. Interest for 5 years is equals to 500 times 5, which is nothing but 2,500 rupees. So she has to pay 500 rupees after 1 year, and this is after 5 years. Okay. I hope you get it. Yeah, easy. Great. Now find the amount obtained by depositing 20,000 at 8% per annum for 6 months. Now whenever the time period is given for 6 months, in terms of months, you have to divide it by 12 months. Okay. So let's understand here. Principal is given, P is equals to 20,000, R is given 8%, and time is given 6 months. Sorry. So now time is given 6 months. So I can find interest SI is equals to PRT over 100. Put the values. What do we get? 20,000 into 8. Now time is in terms of 6 months. I have to convert that into years. So I'll divide it by 12. And the 100 was there. When I simplify, don't multiply, okay? First of all, try to cancel out so that your calculation will be super easy. Now, what do we get? 200 into 4, which is 800. So, the amount, now you have to find the amount, okay? They asked us to find the amount. So, amount is nothing but principal plus interest, correct? So, what do we get? 20,000 plus 800, and the amount to be paid is 20,800 rupees, correct? Perfect. Okay, 6,400 were lent to Ria and Rashmi at 15% annum for 3.5 and 5 years respectively. Who will pay more amount and by how much? Okay, so I'll write Ria and Rashmi. Okay, I'll find both of amount for both of them individually. Now, for Ria, the principal is, tell me how much is it? 6,400 rupees. What is the rate of interest for Ria? 15%. Interest is same for both of them. Time period is different. T is 3.5 years for her. Okay. So I'll write this as 7 upon 2 years. Alright. And now I'll find the simple interest. So simple interest is equals to PRT over 100. And now put all the values and simplify. So what do we get? 6,400 into 15 into 7 over 2 is there and 100 is there. When I cancel out and simplify, what do we get? So 32 into 15 into 7 we have to do, right? And when you solve them, you will get 3,360. So she has to pay 3,360 rupees interest. Okay, now Rashmi. So principal is same, 6,400 rupees. Okay, write unit always, okay, don't forget. Rate of interest is 15%. Then time period is given 5 years. Alright, then we'll find SI. SI is equals to, you write the formula and then simplify, okay? So 6,400 into 15 into 5 upon 100. And when we solve then, what do we get? 4,800. Correct? The 0 will get cancelled out and you have to simply multiply. Now see, the principal is same for both of them. Okay. So, who will pay more amount? Yes, Rashmi will pay more amount. So, will pay more amount. And by how much? So, the difference of their interest is nothing but the amount, the how much more. So, you can simply subtract this to get your answer, okay? As the principal is same, if you find the amount and then subtract, the answer will be same. So, one is the same thing, okay, here. So, what you will get? 1,440 rupees. She has to pay more. Correct? Alright. Okay. Radhika borrowed 12,000 from her friends, okay, out of which 4,000 were borrowed at 18% and remaining 15% rate interest per annum. What is the total interest after 3 years? So let's list down everything, okay? So see, 12,000 was borrowed, but now you that is divided in two parts, 4,000 and the remaining is 8,000. So I'll write my principal in two terms, okay? So P1 I'll write as 4,000 rupees. For P1, the interest rate is R1, which is nothing but 18%. Okay, and T is 3 years for both. Here we have P2, which is 8,000, the remaining amount. Okay, then R2 is nothing but 15%, and T is given as 3 years. Now we have to find the interest in both the cases. So let's find it out. So SI is equals to, write the formula, PRT upon 100. So what do we get? 4,000 into 18 into 3 over 100. We can cancel out zeros and then we can multiply. So simple interest is nothing but, what do we get? Yes, it is. Okay. And then for interest for this. So simple interest, here it is 8,000 times 15 times 3 upon 100. When we solve them, what do we get? Simple interest is nothing but 5,000, 3,600 and 600. Okay. And now what will happen here? We have to find total interest. So total interest she has to pay. To be paid is nothing but 2160 plus 3,600, and when we add them, what do we get? Yes, great job. All right, simple. See, you have to do it carefully. Okay, for amount 1 and principal, the total principal which she borrowed, we have divided into two parts and then we calculated and then we found the total interest, right? Okay, great. Shreya invested money for period from May 2006 to April 2008 at rate of 12% per annum. If interest received by her is 1,680, find the money invested. So here interest is given. Okay, SI is given 1,680 rupees. We have to find P. P is equals to what we have to find. Now R is given straight away. R is equals to 12%. And the time period is given by using some months and dates. So we'll find it out. T is equals to from May 2006 to April 2008. Now quickly tell me what is the duration here. From May 2006 to April 2008. So May 2006 to May 2007, 2007 to 2008. There are 2 years, right? So you can say these are 2 years. Perfect. Now we have all the values. We'll write the formula. SI is equals to P R T over 100. Now see, I want to find P, so I'll first of all convert this formula in terms of P by taking the other quantities on the other side. So SI into 100 upon R into T. Okay, we get this. And now we'll solve this. So P is equals to 1,680 into 100 upon 12 into 2. So on solving them, what do we get? P is equals to C. First of all, cancel out what you can. 2, and here you will get 2 8s are, 2 4s are, and then you can cancel out this 12 and you will get 70. So you will get 7,000 rupees. So the money invested equals to 7,000 rupees. You got it? Correct? Perfect. Alright. Now 9,000 becomes 18,000 at simple interest in 8 years. Find the rate per annum. You have to find rate. So see what is given to us. First of all, let's write P is equals to 9,000 rupees. Okay. Then that becomes 18,000. Means that is nothing but the amount. Right. 18,000 rupees. In 8 years. So T is 8 years. Okay, and we have to find R. Now from amount and principal, can we find simple interest? Yes. So simple interest is equals to A minus P, and on solving that, 18,000 minus 9,000, you'll get SI is equals to 9,000. Okay, now substitute in the formula. SI is equals to P R T over 100. Now we have to find R, so convert the formula in terms of R. So R is equals to SI into 100 upon P into T. Now let's substitute everything. So 9,000 into 100 upon again 9,000 into time period is 8. So on solving that, what do we get? 9,000 is getting cancelled out and 100 upon 8. So you can cancel out and you will get 12.5, correct? So the interest rate was 12.5 per annum, correct? Great. Okay, interesting question. In how many years will the simple interest on the certain sum be 4.05 times the principal at 13.5% per annum? See what is given and what is asked. So we have to find in how many years means T we have to find out. Okay. Now they are saying simple interest be 4.5 times the principal. Means what? SI, let me write it here. SI is equals to 4.05 times the principal. This is given to us. Also, we are given the value of R. R is equals to 13.5%. Okay. Now, let's put the formula. So, SI is equals to P R T over 100. Okay. Now, I want to find T. So, first of all, I'll convert the formula in terms of T. T is equals to SI into 100 upon P into R. Now, we'll substitute all the values which are given to us. Okay. Now, SI is given in terms of P, so which is 4.05 P into 100 upon P into 13.5. Now, see, it is very easy. Correct? I can cancel out P, and on simplifying this, see, I'll get 4.05 into 100 as 405. Then 13.5 I can write this as 135, and then 10 goes over up. Okay. Use this fraction and decimal conversion. Okay. Then your question will be very easy. Now cancel out this. So if you cancel out, what you will get? Let's find it out. So 5 I can divide by 5. So and if I'll simplify this, so what do we get? 3 into 10, which is 30. So that means in 30 years, okay? In 30 years, the simple interest is 4.05 times of the principal. Okay? So it will take a long time. Alright. So we have solved varieties of question here in this session also. If you have any doubt, please let me know. I hope you have solved along with me. If you haven't solved that, please solve it. Watch the video again and solve it. Let me know what you want to understand in next session. Okay. Thank you for watching.